हेलो एवरीवन, हम लोग साइकोलॉजी के क्वेश्चन आंसर्स की बात कर रहे थे क्लास 12th के. हाउ डज सोशल फैसिलिटेशन take place? It is form of group influence. Social facilitation refers to a concept that performs on a specific task is influenced by the mere presence of others. Norman Triplett observed that individuals shows better performance in presence of others than when they are performing the same task alone. Better performance in presence of other is because the person experiences arousal which makes the person react in a more intense manner. The arousal is because the person feels she is being evaluated. Cottrell called this idea evaluation apprehension. The person will be praised if performance is good, reward is criticized if performance is bad, punishment. We wish to get praise and avoid criticism. Therefore, we try to perform well and avoid criticism. As in case of complex tasks, the person may be afraid of making mistakes and the fear of criticism or punishment is stronger. If the person present are also performing same task, this is called a situation of coaction. When the task is simple or familiar one, performance is better under coaction than when the person is alone. Task performing can be facilitated and improved or inhibited and worsened by the presence of others. If we are working together in a large group, the less effort each member puts it. This phenomenon is called social loafing, based on diffusion of responsibility. Diffusion of responsibility can also be frequently seen in situations where people are accepted to help. People are expected to help. Explain the concept of pro-social behavior or describe the factor influencing pro-social behavior. Pro-social behavior is any positively valued behavior that does good to another person, is done without any pressure from outside and without any exceptions of a reward or a return. Humans are social beings. Most of their activities are organized with the help of others. We cannot live and grow unless there is support from others. We often engage in helping others. Such efforts are considered as pro social behavior. For any behavior to be pro social, it should fulfill the following conditions. There has to be an intention to benefit the other person. Any pro social act which one accomplished by compulsion or there has to be an intention to benefit the other person. Any pro social act which one accomplished by compulsion or as requirements of a job does not merit to be called pro social. The behavior should be considered socially desirable by the other members of the society. Obviously, helping a thief in a stealing is not a pro social behavior. If an act intended to be benefit others is also expect to benefit the helper, it cannot be termed as prosocial. The intention and the consequence positive behavior are more important considerations of prosocial behavior than the actual benefits. The other term which are used interchangeably with prosocial behavior is altruism. The literal meaning of altruism is doing things or acting for the interest of others without any ulterior motives. It is behavior that reflects an unselfishness concern for the welfare of others. All charitable, humanitarian, philanthropic activities which people do without any self interest come under the category of altruism behavior. Determinants of pro-social behavior. The pro-social behavior depends on many factors. Pro-social behavior is based on an inborn natural tendency in human beings to help others members of their own species. Pro-social behavior is influenced by learning through modeling and positive reinforcement in the family. Cultural factor influence pro-social behavior. Some cultures actively encourage people to help the needy and distressed individual in cultures suffering from a shortage of resources may not show a high level of pro social behavior. Pro social behavior is expressed when the situation activates certain social norms that requires helping others. Three norms have been mentioned in context of pro social behavior. The norms of social responsibility. We should help anyone who needs help without considering any other factors. The norms of reciprocity. We should help persons who have helped us in the past. The norms of equity. We should help others whenever we find that it is fair to do so. Pro social behavior is affected by the expected reactions of the persons who is being helped. For example, people might be unwilling to give money to a needy person because they feel that the person might feel insulted or may become dependent. Pro social behavior is more likely to be shown individuals who have a high level of empathy, that is the capacity to feel the distress of a person who is to be helped. Example, Mother Teresa. Factor inhibiting pro-social behavior. Diffusions of responsibility. Pro-social behavior may be reduced when the number of bystanders is more than one. On the other hand, if there is only one bystander, this person is more likely to take responsibility and actually help the victim. It happens because each person thinks that other will take the responsibility. Feeling state of the individual. Person is bad mood, being busy with one's own problems or feelings that the person to be helped is responsible for his her problems may not help others. Your friend eats too much junk food. How would you be able to bring about a change in his her attitude towards food? Since my friend eat junk food, it will have some reinforcing value in him her. In order to bring in order to bring about a change in her his attitude towards food, following techniques could be used. First of all, what needs to be targeted is the way he she thinks about junk food. That is the cognitive aspect of his her positive attitude toward the junk food. The modification in his her attitude can be achieved through using rational as well as emotional appeal, and if required help of dietitians whose credibility in this area is very high will be of great use. Attitude change may be brought about by encouraging him her to read about what is required for a healthy development, example minerals etc., which are not found in junk food, showing him her the negative consequences of eating junk food like obesity other health related problems by exposing him her to real life examples. Request people around him her like family members elders and teachers whom he she likes, if they provide a role model that is not to consume junk food, and then he she will imitate their behavior, giving his her choice and space to decide what is right for him her, considering both the aspect of the food and asking him her to focus and think about the future problems associated with his her king, all his her likings. All these things can bring about cognitive dissonance, which might ultimately bring about the attitude change. Thank you.